And hello there, this is DrIzixs with another episode of Minecraft on the Banana Viking Server. And, yeah. So that's looking pretty neat. I've been doing a bit of being terrible at arranging things here, so I got a lot of stone and things like that up here. And, yeah, so what are we going to do today? Well, first today, there's a little detail I need to get around to fixing up there. Maybe a couple things. Which one do I want? Which one do I want? I think I'm going to go with this one, and this one, and maybe these, and some of these, and maybe some of these. And oh gosh, maybe one of these. All right. Also, I should probably grab the lamps. Anyway, so we're going to do a little building first here, and then we're going to start talking about our next big project. And I need some lamps. Yes. If I recall, I can make lamps like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's all we need for now. Boop-a-doo. And what's the one dealio here? Yeah, the target box. So I guess if you hit it with a bow, you causes things to happen. Neat. Anyway, also I'm going to need one of these because we got a few remaining things to work on as far as Mr. Creeper Tower goes here. And so let's go and check that out. Hello, kitties. Hope you're having a good day, kitties. And I need to check my times. Okay, we're good. And I should have gotten some more water before I started recording. Whoops, my bad. So if I suddenly pause in the middle of this episode to go get water, that's what happened. All right, so I still need to figure out what I want to do with as far as pathways and such. I could either have it come that way and kind of wrap around this way and maybe still have a connection over that way, or I could make this the main thoroughfare. I am yet to decide. Anyway, let's go up, and away. I'm not quite happy with this, but I don't think it can be worse. I also don't think it can be better. At least without being a little ridiculous and redesigning the whole structure, which would be a pain in the ass. But yeah, I'm generally liking how this has turned out. There's maybe a few quirks I want maybe to adjust at some point, but overall it's not so bad. So the first thing we want to fiddle with here is over yonder, because we got our creeper tower, of course. So the creeper is going to be spawning over there. And we got a whole nice view of all the things here. Yes, I need to build more houses. But here, so you can hang out here and creepers will spawn in the tower and they'll be close enough to move around and they'll fall down and you can get lots of gunpowder that way. The problem is, if you're just sort of AFKing here for a while, you might get attacked by wraiths, especially if you don't have a roof over your head. So let's try to fix that, shall we? So we got we got a completely different sort of block here going on here, but that's fine. We can do something like this, where it's sort of kind of coming off the platform in a way. It's like it's squeezed on top of it. Yes, yes. And let's go up a little bit. We're just looking for a little roof here. So we'll raise these up one each. And this last one will go along with. Ta-da! All right, so the outer bit of it, we want to have maybe a combination of these. Now the corners will have the diorite. And then the andesite stairs, go to 2. I'll have one of these again. And I think this should work out quite nicely, actually. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I've actually been feeling generally pretty good recently, which is nice. Yeah, I had a little bit of stomach issues the other day, but those seem to have gone away. Slash stress headaches, which I've been having those, well, basically all year. So, so those aren't exactly new, but at the moment though, I think my anti-anxiety medication stuff is actually working pretty well. Do I want to make this one wider? Yeah, this is fine. Having a weird shape is perfectly acceptable for something like this. Besides, most of the people that are going to be looking at it are going to be looking at it from below. So, whoops. Don't want that. Badness. So yeah, so anti-anxiety meds are coming along, and it seems that the current mix of things which I'm taking, as far as quantities, seems to be working out pretty nicely, which is pretty good. So I'm not 100% like, quote, cured or something like that, but I am feeling generally better, so that's good. All right, so we want to make sure that nothing spawns up here. And so let's go ahead and put in some of these. We're not going to put them in everywhere, but oops, yeah, close enough. I can break blocks. There we go. So we got still the openings on these corners here. And at this point, monsters and things like that should be able to spawn on these bits. But if we go ahead and slap a little roof on this, like so, we should be good to go. Huzzah! Now there won't be any spawnage up here. Hooray! Alrighty, and let's go ahead and slap a couple lamps here. Do I want it there? Yeah. Nice bit of lightness here. So hopefully this should keep wraiths from spawning if you're just hanging out here for days on end. Do make sure to be careful when you make your exits, of course, because, you know, these are very kind of easy to accidentally fall off on. But it should be good to go as far as that goes. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to sort of do here, but I kind of need to change out my armor slightly, so let's look at doing that. And Geronimo or something. Hello, water. Hello, dolphin. Oh god, the dolphin's got me. Because I would like to have an elytra, because I'm going to be going up quite high, and it would be nice to not die instantly as I'm trying to get myself down. So, United States Post Office. It's in danger. Let's rescue it. So, there's been a lot of chitter-chatter about the U.S. Post Office of late, and how it's kind of under threat by, basically, some douchebags and like this, the Postmaster General sort of stuff there. And they're basically being all like, yeah, we're just going to start shutting down stuff. And yeah, this is right before the election, so, but it's not related. Not at all. And then people caught them and like, oh, we're going to, well, we already did a bunch of stuff, but we're going to stop doing more. Where's it going? Oh, yeah. Hello, Elytra. I need to bend this a bit here. The sun goes down. Well, that's actually probably good timing. I slept right before I started recording, so I should be good for Wraith business here. Woo! Here we go. But yeah, the efforts to basically screw with the post office have been kind of ongoing for a while, and it's just sort of a conjunction of various kind of awful things that is making it kind of an issue at the moment. So there's been sort of a long-running effort by, I guess, sort of management types and, conservatives and things like that to basically dismantle the post office in some form or another and to, in short, try to privatize it, which means it gets sold off to the highest bidder, which is kind of awful. All right, drat. Well, I can sort of do something here, I think. All right, this is the middle here, this is the middle here, which means that is the middle there. And hello. And I could very easily just plop a thing down right here. That I could. Like so. Hello, Mr. Lamppost, or whatever. Alright, so as I build, we'll talk about post office stuff here. So the post office, for those who are not aware, for the United States, is a publicly, it's basically part of the government, but kind of not at the same time. It is, it's not for profit. It is not owned by anyone except the United States itself. It is a organization that is designed primarily just to deliver mail, and it does that by not getting external funding except through basically charging postage. So buying stamps, that helps the post office. Buying commemorative whatevers, that helps the post office, etc., etc. Alrighty. You see what I'm getting here? Yeah, there we go. Getting ourselves a little light thingamajig up here. Nice, huh? And so the post office, long story short, basically has paid for itself like since forever. But in 2006, there was a move by the Republican Congress at the time, with the help of George W. Bush, to basically force the post office to pre-buy or prepay for the pensions for all their workers for like 70-some years. Which no one in any business or government or anything else has ever had to do something like that. But apparently it's standard procedure now. Whee! Yeah, I like that. Woo-ha! Alright. Yeah, cool. I think I like that. Thought about maybe getting some more, but that's probably good enough for now. Nice little spike out the top. Woo-hoo! Alright. Oh. I'm out here again. Well, thankfully I can get inside through the window. And it's actually kind of not a terrible place to be. Alright. Good there. Go and offload the rest of my stuff here. Good. Now, so there we go. I'm also going to take off my elytra because I don't need it for what I'm going to be doing next. Yes. So they were basically saddled with this. You have to pay billions of dollars right now when they're basically designed to keep their current operating budget based on what they have on income right now. And so it's like, well, because Congress is being kind of shitty to us, we're going to have to, prepay a bunch of stuff. And that means we suddenly have a massive obligation that we're being forced to take care of. And so this is back in 2006. And sort of since then, the post office has been working to, hello villagers, sort that stuff out. I want to make sure this is not turned on presently. Good. I need to move this somewhere. Maybe underground. Maybe to a secret underground place. Which is what I'm going to be working on right now. Ho-ho! So, behold my secret project. So, at some point I'm going to get some rails down here and sort of set up a thing. But for the moment here, we're just going to be digging a nice big long hole. And keeping it lit, even though we're in the mushroom biome right now, because we're going to be very soon in the ocean biome. And things work a little different there. And we're just going to go deep as we can. Deep as we can. Hoo-ha. If we run into caves, we'll actually probably try to bypass them for the most part. But we are looking to set up a nice little underground bunker. Generally not too far from our main base here, but definitely not right next to it. A not quite emergency sort of location, in case, the apocalypse comes to Minecraft somehow. But it is... Ooh, coal. I have too much coal. For a particular purpose, which I'll explain when I'm a little bit closer to what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? Alright, so they've basically been trying to bend over backwards in order to meet all this financial hardship they've been sort of artificially forced into. And so that has meant that the people that have been kind of like, well, let's try to downsize as much as possible and, basically screw over all the workers and all that sort of things. This is a great excuse to do it because we have to now meet this budget that we shouldn't have to meet. But because we have to meet it, let's start racking up the various things that we've been trying to push for ages. To basically make the post office either completely useless, so that private industry can fill in the gaps badly, or alternatively to get to a point where they can just sort of sell it off. Because there's been a number of things throughout various states and things like that where and also internationally as well, other countries where they, conservatives generally have built up a national institution and then intentionally damage it into a certain fashion in order to make it so that they can make it not part of the government. And government doesn't work. That's because they made it not work. And then they use that as an excuse to basically sell it to the highest bidder. And that kind of sucks. And it's sort of like a deregulation, except worse. So we got folks sort of pushing that sort of nonsense there. And so with the current administration, they're like, well, we want to also make voting more difficult for people because if the people vote, they might vote against us. So we can't have that. And so the president especially has been on a tear about how vote by mail is evil or something. And it's not. He just doesn't like it. And he himself is voting by mail, so he's also kind of a hypocrite. And fill that in. Woohoo. But it's like, well, if we make it so the post office is not delivering things on time, then people won't trust the post office. They won't trust the system to mail their ballot in. And so how else are they going to vote? Well, they could vote in person and risk, exposure to a deadly disease that's been going around. And we've been living in a pandemic for ages that the government is kind of totally failing about taking care of. And there's a lot of people that are his supporters that are very super selfish and, basically crybabies. Like, I don't want to wear a mask. Come on, bitches. Like, seriously. You're that freaking selfish that... Right. I need to calm down, otherwise I'm going to start swearing up a storm, and, well... I try to keep things more on the PG-13 level here at most, but still, these people make me so angry sometimes. That's just so frustrating. It's like, all of this could have been done and over with by now, but nope. You had to get your freaking haircut and go to your stupid boat parade or whatever it was, and now more people are sick. You've got 170,000 people dead, maybe more at this point. I haven't checked the numbers today. And yeah, it's just so frustrating. Anywho, so you could go to the post office and go through the post office, which they're trying to make look unreliable actively, or alternatively, you could go there and try to vote in person. Excellent, Bedrock. Good. That will make things so much easier. In the town of Bedrock. All right, so we're gonna actually keep just above the Bedrock max level here. So we'll go ahead and do it like that. Good. And we're just going to go here for a while. So don't worry, it'll be a little more obvious once I'm a little further along what I'm planning to do. Because we are Bedrock level, might be finding diamonds. That's why I make all my good picks. And so, to finish up my stuff about the post office and the voting and things like that, the president and his party, the Republican Party, have been eager to discourage people that want a change in anything in the government from voting. And this is part of that sort of thing. It's connecting up well with the folks that are like, the post office is a private, is a public service that actually works. I can't have that. Then it brings into question all our bogus capitalism theories, because holy smokes, a public service that's actually able to do its stuff despite all the massive horribleness we put it through? That's just so uncouth, or some crap. Hooray, diamonds. So, 18 diamonds, good. Alright, where is our... We are... I can never remember. We're in deep ocean right now. Okay, so should have plenty of water above us. Hello, redstone. Hello, gravel. Hopefully we are too low for caves. We might still run into lava pools, so we should still be careful about that sort of thing. Also run into more stone. Darkness. And creepiness. Yes, so I want something that's nice and far away from basically anything that anyone could be doing here. So they don't accidentally mine into it or something like that. But yeah, so like, well, you got the folks that want to discourage voting, and you got the people in power, as well, that are all about selling off the things that are owned by the American people to for chump change here. And so you got them sort of working together, being all like, if we could, I don't know, start mucking up stuff right now, we could basically do double duty as far as, proving to the public the things that we're forcing to the things to be true. Making our ideology de facto true due to our own sabotage. Yeah, that's the modern Republican Party for you. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Anywho, so they're kind of working together, and that's a lot of the stuff about the hoopla at the post office lately that people have been probably discussing in your feeds and things like that, of the social media sites, and popping up a bit more in even mainstream news, which is kind of nice. In fact, Democrats are like, this is getting stupid. Let's could you guys come to Congress and tell us to our face exactly what the hell you're doing? And they're like, I guess we're technically have to. All right, so we're going to put all these things on pause, but the things that we've already done, like these removal of these machines, etc., yeah, we're going to keep those in place. Not going to restore that capacity. The capacity reduction, which has already caused massive delays. There's tons of people I know who are independent artists, or do sorts of more crafty sort of things, or are like small business, or heck, even some big businesses. I got a friend who works at a cell phone sort of store place, and they're like, yeah, so usually we would promise 2-day delivery for your new phone, but yeah, the post office is right now kind of intentionally janking things up, because their leadership is cutting all the stuff. So we can't really do that right now, because it might, end up a week late, which is ridiculous. Big companies like Verizon are getting screwed over by this nonsense. And so, but it's all, once again, manufactured. It's and I hear it's from some folks, it's it's the people that are sorting it that are being so lazy. Are you freaking serious? Dude. Yeah. There is the hypothetical productivity that you could go on about all day, but there is still at some point going to be a question of... Alright, I think we're close to where I want to be as far as distance goes. Just a little bit further, and I'll make a turn. Ah, or maybe I'll stop right here. Lava! It's what's for breakfast. All right, so yeah, so this deliberate sabotage is going to piss off big businesses, and then big businesses can be like, well, we're going to take our business elsewhere, and so the post office will be have more difficulty getting their funding, because once again, they get their funding through selling postage and things like that. So without that, where are they going to get their money if they all the major businesses are now too afraid to use it because the sabotage? So yeah, then it'll turn into a horrible cycle, and the post office will lose more money, etc., etc. So instead of providing a decent service, they are getting to the point where they are intentionally making an indecent service in order to, pre-prove the ideology of the conservatives. Or it's not prove it, but it's like provide a demonstration of the thing that they claim is true, but it's only true because they're making it true. So, or in short, they think that government's incompetent, but really it's just them. Anyhow, so what am I doing here? So I'm going to clear out a bit of an area here, because this is going to be my wither fighting arena. Yes, I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I want to fight a wither. Well, I'm going to be real cheesy about it. There are several different ways you can sort of fight a wither. There's like the get a powerful bow and sword thing and lots of potions, and go to town like that sort of method. There is the super cheesy method where you use the roof of the nether to basically force them into a bedrock block. It's the bedrock block. Oh, I have diamonds. And get it set up so that when they do their little explodey business, that they are prone to, getting stuck in the bedrock block, and then they're just, well, I can't fly around, I can't see you because I'm inside of a block, so I'm just going to start firing away and not hitting anything because I just land inside the bedrock block, and so you can walk up, it's like, I'm going to punch you to death, wither guy. And that's super cheesy, but I'm going to do the other cheesy strat for this sort of location, because I got infinite iron, right? Pumpkins are pretty easy to grow, right? Yep, I'm going to make a whole bunch of golems. So I need a pretty big area here, and I will need to raise the roof at some point. Actually, one thing at a time. And we're going to have ourselves a little arena down here. And so I'm not going to obviously get it finished today, but I also need to set up a proper pumpkin farm and probably borrow some of the pumpkins from Giplin's homestead to get to that purpose. Thousands of pumpkins for the, I don't know, dozens of iron golems. And so the roof's going to be low generally in this area. So there will be a sort of a starting pad for where the wither will pop up. That will have a couple layers of obsidian over top of it. And so that's where it will spawn. It'll destroy some of the obsidian, but hopefully it will not be able to fly too high and out of range of the iron golems. And even if it is, I can shoot over the iron golems by having a smart location set up sort of thing going on. And so on and so forth. Yes. And what more, by being so close to bedrock, it pretty much guarantees that there's not likely to be lava pools under here. Which is kind of nice. I really hate suddenly falling in lava that I wasn't expecting. And so yeah, so we're going to be doing... Is there zombies around here somewhere? Jeepers. Always causing problems, always trying to murder me, zombies. But anywho, so that is what's going on here. There's dirt at bedrock level? How wonderfully absurd. Alright, yeah, this is fine so far. A little bit more, I think. And so yeah. So, save the post office. It will do us a lot of good in the long run, as well as basically demonstrate that, you know, we're really kind of tired of conservatives screwing up our national institutions because they don't like them. Yeah, it's not that our national institutions don't work, it's that they have a beef with them existing. And it's just like, seriously, dudes? Could you just not for once? Running out of torches. Good. As I do my excavations under the creeper tower, the number of torches I'm slowly picking up has been steadily increasing as I flatten out things. All right. Yeah, one more, I think, at the very least here. Maybe two. Mwah. Doesn't need to be perfectly square. It doesn't really need to be perfectly anything, honestly. But I want a general vibe of square-ish. Yeah, I want a little bit more. And if I open the ceiling up here and the zombies start pouring out, I'm going to be a little miffed. It's like right above me. It's getting annoying. So yeah. So save the post office. So you can save the vote / save a public service that is very effective. It's way more efficient than the naysayers want you to believe. That is, supposed to be making plenty of money, and would be if not for an act of Congress. Once again, under Republican administration over a decade ago. I should probably actually put stone in here. There we go. Doesn't necessarily need to be all that sorted. Hello, andesite. Andesite, what are you doing here? I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but I am. It might be a sign that the episode's running to that point here. All right, so definitely going to have that there. So this will be enough room for us to make the iron golems, at which point they'll get a good bit of filling in here. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. And we'll go ahead and clear out the rest of the roof here. Good. So yeah, so I guess if you are going to be voting by mail in the U.S., to see about getting that sorted as soon as possible, get your absentee request in sooner rather than later, and then when you get your actual ballot, turn that in like pronto. Some states have special rules on that, so do look it up. You can Google it up on the like Secretary of State sort of stuff. Usually, sometimes it's sort of other departments, and some areas like have special local rules as well, so do be careful about that. There's just a weird patchwork of sort of different rules and regulations through various different states. Through the different states. There we go. And so you get that sorted. If you're going to be voting in person, make sure to wear a mask, of course. Wash your hands before, after, and you can during. Cool. Don't get your ballot wet. That'd be not good. Sorry, your ballot's too soggy to go through the automated counting machine. That would just be kind of the worst, wouldn't it? All right, so I forgot to bring some obsidian, but long story short, right around here, I'll put. All right, so it is always dangerous here. I'll put, say, 3 layers of obsidian in a, I guess maybe a 3x3, or maybe a, I don't know, 5x5 maybe. At least a 3x3. So let's go and clear that out. Don't kill me, things above me. That would be kind of mean. All right, so fill this up with obsidian. Maybe even put a lip around it so that the wither is at least semi-contained, maybe, and it's forced into a little bit of areas. I might want to put a door here just in case. But yeah, so we got the start of our wither finding area. This might seem like a small area, and perhaps it is, but the thing is, with so many iron golems in here, you could potentially have the wither like completely focused on them. And that would be kind of nice. I'll think about the design a little bit, of course, and maybe move some of the walls back in various places, but you get the general gist of it. So I think that'll be about it for now. Yes. 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 And yeah, so do be careful out there. And if you're trying to make selections as far as politicians goes, and the options are someone who wants to like preserve the post office, repeal that stupid 2006 law, and get it all shored up and protected from people trying to basically loot it. Go vote for that guy or gal or other sort of folk. And if you are, and especially if the other option is someone who is obviously, not giving a crap or buying into conspiracy theories about post offices or whatever, generally being a pain in the ass on the subject, vote against that guy. And it's given it's Republicans, it's usually a guy. Not always, but usually. So save the post office, that sort of thing. If you're going to defend anyone who wears a blue uniform, it's the postal workers, guys. Because they actually do pretty good work when they can, when they have the option. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that all post offices are 100% good and all postal workers are 100% good, but generally in the trends, that seems to be how things go. Every place is going to be different. There's always going to be some, people that are kind of awful, but the awfulness to good people ratio is a lot better than, say, I don't know, the police, which you probably could have gotten that impression by me about where I stand on that sort of stuff already. So, anywho, can we sleep now? No, we cannot. It's not a thunderstorm. Beef time. That looks pretty good. I could make a little thing underneath as well. So it's like a capsule around that bit of it. It's like it's intersecting. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it's like a sort of a skyscraper sort of thing. Kind of almost. Do I want to maybe put a framework around some of this? Maybe back and forth sort of thing. Like a big iron girder sort of business. Maybe it's fencing or something else. I don't know. I feel like I can jazz this up somehow. That's still. Though generally I do enjoy how it kind of come out so far. Could always be more detail, more fun stuff on it. So yeah. So go ahead and give me some thoughts on what you think about that. Also, I know it's been a little bit since I've done much recording here, but I've been mostly digging. I need to go offload stuff anyway. I'm actually making pretty good progress at this point. There's still a lot to do, but there is still plenty that has been done. As you see, we are flattening out the things. Yes. So that's already been lowered down a couple blocks, and now working on that bit over there. Going to go all the way over this way, then repeat. Don't go over that way, go around that way, and slowly and surely flatten out this entire area, and then start digging even deeper. Yes, because I want to have some access to slime farms and crap, so we can have infinite slimes forever, just like we have infinite iron and infinite gunpowder forever. It's going to be real sweet. Time to go down to the underground, where I keep all this rock I found. It's going to be like a Mario Party, but it's in Minecraft. All right, I'm getting to that point where I'm starting to sing. This is terrible, everyone. No, I don't want to put gravel in here. The rest of this, though, can go. Yeah, except for redstone and coal and things like that. My God. Let's actually check how the yield gunpowders go in here. I've used a bunch of my TNT I made. Also, need to poke Spudz. He was trying to take down his lighthouse because he had basically changed up his storage situation. And he kind of got bored of trying to do that, so maybe I could make some more TNT. Yes, that might be delicious. I'll have to ask him, though. Anyway, it's like, this might blow up your entire base. Hopefully it won't, though. Anyway. This is pretty cool. I like it. And it's going to get more cooler. You can see down the little ravines underground and all sorts of stuff here. And little slimes dropping about. Yeah, it's all cool stuff. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll end things here. If I can sort out the specifics of a bunch of pumpkins and things like that, maybe next time we'll be finding weather. Otherwise, it'll be coming soon. So we'll have to see how that rolls, and hopefully it rolls pretty well. But I also want to grab a couple of cows and hide them down there, just so I can have a source of milk. Because if I get wither defect and then die, that kind of sucks. Anywho, I'd like to thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed, make sure to like button, subscribe for more, follow the notification bell, nonsense, YouTube algorithms. I hate them so. It's like, if you just guys made it simple, and so everyone knew what the hell was going on, that would be, have a level playing field. And then maybe everyone could compete equally, as opposed to whoever happens to figure out the latest iteration on how to, search engine optimize all the nonsense there. It's a little frustrating. Anywho, also got a Twitter, Patreon, you know the drill by now, right? Drill. No. Toodles. Woohoo!